Good morning, everyone. Pastor Chuck Blair here. Great to have you joining me this morning for 10 Minutes of Morning Calm, our daily program where we just literally have a little time to just still our thoughts and just sort of breathe into a much more peaceful start to our day. And today, what the title is "Tell the Truth, No Matter How Beautiful." And last night, I was privileged, as I am often, to attend a dinner with some friends who have been meeting together once a month. It's something we do as part of our congregation with a number of different folks. It sure is fun to do, and would be glad to join you if you care to do any such thing. And these get-togethers are always really nice, and people have these things that they offer, and there's always something out there. And last night, and this is not the exact quote, but there was a quote offered to this effect: "Tell the truth, no matter how beautiful." And I love that idea. I was thinking about that. Tell the truth. Oftentimes, when we tell people to tell the truth, it's with a wagging finger. In other words, like. That you're lying, and there's like a negative spin to it. I think probably more often than not, if we said tell the truth dot dot dot, we might say it tell the truth dot dot dot, no matter how much it hurts. That's kind of where my mind goes to. But this is a little beautiful twist on it: tell the truth no matter how beautiful. I like that. And today I want to talk about a beautiful truth. Now I'm going to get at it by talking about the negative side of it, but then flip to the positive side. So today I'm very fortunate to be speaking to the life of a wonderful person, Jennifer O'Farrell, and she's 49 years old, passed away from cancer. And speaking to Jennifer's life today at a 3 p.m. memorial service. And as I go through doing these memorial services in New Church Live, as all churches, we do those. It really is beautiful to watch people's lives and to be able to witness, especially life as bright as Jennifer's, to witness their life and to see all the wonderful things that they've done. And that's sort of the side of it that's just as beautiful. And I talk a lot about good intentions. And here's a context for good intentions for you. So why do good intentions matter so much? Well, it's simple. A simple way to understand the origin of evil is this very basic quote out of New Church theology, and it's a simple one. Evil is a product of cravings that come from materialism and selfishness. So it's all about my getting more stuff, all about my stuff, and if it's all about me, sort of narcissism and the cravings that grow out of that, which in other words, everything is self-aggrandizing. We're going to get into trouble, and we're going to do things that are not healthy for us or for other people, and we will not be our best selves. Those are not the better angels of our nature. There is such a thing as evil. That's what evil grows out of, is out of these cravings. And again, and we want to say that lightly. Like, I crave cheeseburgers, right? That's not necessarily a problem as long as I don't have 40 of them a day. But we also have these deeper cravings. And again, we live in a world where oftentimes those cravings are never questioned. It's what I crave. So, and then somebody will say the word, and by the way, I do not like this phrase. Then somebody will say, well, you deserve that. You deserve to have another, fill in the blank. Always be very cautious. I mean, not that the word deserve is always bad, but we just got to be super cautious with that word, I think. And because it's the antonym of the word serve. That's a little mini sermon in and of itself. But I think we have to be able to be candid. Like, all right, so cravings are sometimes are just fine, and we don't want to be sort of I don't know, too moralistic about that stuff. But I think we would all agree that those areas where we really struggle, many of the areas where we really struggle, come out of some pretty negative cravings. Ask any addict, and they will fill you in on that one. So what's the flip of it? Well, the flip of it is, yep, we are going to deal with cravings, and that oftentimes comes from our lower nature, but we're also going to be gifted with this, which is best intentions. And that is a universal truth that everyone watching this today, if you're watching this 3 weeks from now, if you're watching this 3 years from now, it won't matter. You'll still have at least one or two best intentions rattling around in your head. I think all of us have that. Even in times of hardness, sadness, grief. I witness that all the time, where people still have this best intention. I know, watching with Jennifer, a number of people who've really kind of stepped up and are going to be supporting her kids. That there's such beauty in that, right? That here's this best intention, and you just sort of scratch the surface of it, and boom, there it is. It's really going to intend well for other people. And I think that is very much telling the truth, no matter how beautiful it is, because that's an incredibly beautiful truth. I mean, you just think about that, folks. Like that is a universal thing, and and we can have that conversation with people. We can make that connection with people. We can ask people about that. Like, what is the best intentions of your soul? And that can even discuss. I mean, sometimes, right, folks, like sometimes there's people, it's just oil and water, and sometimes people say the wrong things, do the wrong things. Sometimes people are frankly jerks, if I could be so bold. And even underneath all that, can we have a little bit of grace and a little bit of humility to remember even that person and even ourselves when we're at our worst, there's still underneath there somewhere some best intentions. And maybe we can ferret those out and just help breathe life into those. And so tell the truth, no matter how beautiful it is. And the truth I'm telling today is that all of you have best intentions. And yep, all of you have cravings too. And may best intentions win out over cravings today. That's simple. And like, spiritual life just is, it's funny because I feel like, again, we share things. I preach all the time, share weddings, baptisms, funerals, and there's very little of it that's brand new per se, but there are constant reminders. I mean, that's what church, I think, is constantly trying to do. Again, remember, church, synagogue, mosque, house of worship, it's all the same. And it's really trying to remind us of that we have better angels of our nature, and those are called our best intentions. And we have the worst angels of our nature, and those are called our cravings. Which do you want to listen to? Which do you want to live into? Which do you think leads to a bigger, brighter world? Which do you think is actually more beautiful? And I would bet you dollars to donuts that one of the most beautiful things in your life are those best intentions. So, friends, think about a day lived out of that very best intention. And with that, friends, what we're going to do now is now we're going to shift. We're going to take a break from that kind of that little sermonette, and we're going to shift into just a still part of our morning meditation. And this is just, again, to get everybody just have a moment of just peace and quiet, groundedness and centeredness. So with that, friends, I'm going to ask us all to just get a big breath here. And a meditation on Scripture. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends. So, with that, let's do a little hello to folks on social media here. Just let me tune into that. And what we do is we look at comments here on Facebook Live comments that people might have. And this is what we got here today. Linda, good morning to you. Oh God, tell me the truth about myself, no matter how beautiful it is. That was the direct quote, Linda. Thank you. I did not write it down directly. That's such a beautiful quote. Thank you for putting that up there, Linda. Sherry, good morning to you as well. Martha, good morning. Yes, tell the truth. None of that these days. Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because it's this beautiful admixture. It's not that we don't tell the truth when things are difficult. That's really important. And we also tell the truth when things are beautiful. And that's really important. It's all about balance. Paige, good morning to you, my friend. Uh, Sherry Kimball writes, the road to hell quote reminds us to follow through with those best intentions. Yeah, and it's always interesting to me, Sherry. Like it's oftentimes just little nudges. Um, Best intentions. It's it's always these little tiny things that somehow make a huge difference out there into the world, and I find that really fascinating. All right, Rob writes, it's a cycle. What is the difference between standing up for yourself versus being a jerk? So to say, I feel there's a fair distinction in it, and there is, and it's when people make healthy stands, it's what I find, Rob, is there's not a charge in it. It's like there's not a weaponizing of things. There's just, this is where I stand. This is what I believe. There's a calmness to it. There's a relaxation to it, and that's I think where people can find more healthy ways to stand. Tina writes, thank you for that meaningful, important message. Have a beautiful day. Same to you, Tina. All righty, so let's flip on to New Church Lives page here. See what we got over here. All right. More comments over here. Talia, good morning to you, my friend. Marcus, good morning, and I hope you're doing well. Jean writes, happy day from beautiful Lake Wampapack. Oh, that's beautiful. Mary writes, reminders to return to our core. Love, need these reminders every single day. Thank you. And it really is. Right? It's a simple. That's what I find so fascinating about spirituality. It's reminders, simple remind, like literally remind, recognition, way of thinking, way of being mindful. And it takes us back to these really essential truths about how we're created and how the program was written, as they would say. All right, friends. God bless. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.